Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and goats of all ages, today we have Optimus Prime going up against Rayquaza here. IDW versus anime and manga. Alright, we got ourselves a good one today. The battle of two technically main protagonists in their respective series, icons and legends. So, without further ado, let's just get down to business, shall we? So IDW Optimus Prime easily scales to Outerversal pretty easily. By the way, if my voice does sound a little different, I am a little sick here, so yeah, bear with me here. So Optimus Prime himself here easily gets to Outerversal. This is because he has defeated beings who are easily able to destroy the creation of his multiverse. Now keep in mind, creation itself in the Transformers omniverse or franchise in general means that a character can actually destroy the multiverse of that specific continuity. Each continuity is an individual multiverse of its own with infinite realities attached to the mainline continuity of that specific multiverse. Optimus Prime has been able to defeat characters like Rayquaza, a being that can actually transcend the the entropy cloud, excuse me. And the entropy cloud was going to destroy the microverse, which is beyond space and time, of the original IDW multiverse. Keep in mind, Optimus Prime has also been able to defeat Devoid, and even a amped up Megatron that was able to defeat Devoid himself here. Optimus would also scale to a plethora of characters in his franchise and even come close to them. For example, characters like Regenesis Shockwave, he was able to take attacks from. And then you also have the sheer fact that he was able to kill an Elder God. Now, Elder Gods are actually considered to be on par with avatars of Unicron. And, well, that's actually not a small feat if you really think about it here. But, again, let's actually give it a bit more gratification, right? Ramjet, a character who possessed 4 dead universes and about 5 minicons, which are a decent power boost. I would actually say they're a multiplier of 10. So you have a 10 times multiplier for each minicon. That means Ramjet's base, when he has 4 minicons, is already amplified by at least 40 times that amount. So, with that being said here, Optimus beating an Elder God that was able to torture him, yeah, that says a lot. Optimus also possesses a unique amount of hacks and abilities. By the way, before I get into this will also give Optimus immeasurable speed. So he can react and even dodge attacks from faster than light and even counter FTL to immeasurable levels of speed attacks here. Now, as for his hacks, he easily possesses existence erasure, regeneration, actually transcendence, because he's actually able to transcend himself and make himself a completely conceptual being, mind you, which again is absolutely ridiculous for a character already overpowered as Optimus Prime. Now, the Matrix of Leadership is easily capable of tearing through space-times of the multiverses. Now, again, a multiverse is pretty simple in Transformers, where they are all infinite in size and they are infinitely layered. This is due to the quantum mechanics that actually involve themselves within each multiverse, as it is confirmed that each multiverse is protected by a higher form of mathematics, which again gives Optimus Prime easily Outerversal pretty easily. So with that being said here, and with him also possessing the Matrix, which is actually equal to the Star Saber, the same Star Saber that is also capable, in the hands of a proper Prime, mind you, capable of one-shotting the entire Transformers multiverse of that specific continuity. Or any continuity in all honesty, because again, some continuities are weaker than others. So with that being said here, I think it is pretty simple that we do get Optimus Prime to Outerversal. But now I think we've actually hit the Rayquaza part, right? So let's actually begin here. Now, Rayquaza easily scales to Giratina, consistently, mind you. Keep in mind, in the Hopa movie, he actually performed better than any other legendary Pokemon, even being able to, well, outperform and even fend off members of the Creation Trio. He's also capable of simply slapping around the average Pokemon. The average Pokemon is like Star to possibly even Solar System tier, depending on how you want to scale them, to characters like Gardevoir and Gothitelle, because again, all Final Form Pokemon basically scale to each other. Then you also have the sheer fact that, again, he is manhandling legendary Pokemon and mythical Pokemon, and being able to fight against Giratina, who's able to fight against Dialga, Palkia, Darkrai, Cresselia, Regigigas, Latios, and Latias, all at the same time, and yet he's getting pressed and matched by Rayquaza. This actually does give him a larger, I guess you could say, portion of scaling when it comes to the avatars of the creation trio. Considering the sheer fact that the characters of the creation trio, or the members of the creation trio, are actually seen as embodiments or possibly even platonic concepts for their entire verse, with characters like Dialga and Palkia involving or enveloping or embodying, excuse me, the pure and entirety of the concept of space itself and time, respectively. Giratina embodies the reality of the Pokemon verse, even creating his own mirror multiverse to mimic his father, Arceus' creation. Keep in mind, the Pokemon multiverse is actually known to be infinite in size with infinite possibilities, with characters like Ash actually being able to catch much more qualifiable Pokemon. For example, Ash actually has a Spearow in the manga and actually knows the move Mirror Move. So Ash actually caught the Spearow in the manga, believe it or not. And so, with that being said here, Rayquaza would then scale above other legendary Pokemon because of how high he ranks in the verse here. This would include characters like Yveltal and Exerdience, who are the embodiments of life and death, respectively, which again are very high concepts. This will also scale him above characters like Kyurem, Regigigas, who's able to damage Palkia and Dialga, okay? And then you have his moveset, which is like Hyper Beam, Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, Hurricane, Twister, which again gives him more of a, I guess you could say, more of a durability boost as well. Considering the sheer fact that in the Hope movie, he took attacks from all these high tier legendaries, all blasted him. And keep in mind, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina are known to erase with their AP, and yet Rayquaza is just fine. Keep in mind, they were told to take him down by any means, or basically to go morals off in this kind of scenario. So easily, Rayquaza should be an autoversal entity. Now, let's talk about this battle, right? And I actually love this so much. And believe it or not, I'm actually kind of surprised we're here already. Normally, when I do these kind of videos without the gaming, it's usually like 19 minutes long, and this would be like the 10-minute mark. So, yeah, I'm actually enjoying myself here. So, between these two GOATs, what advantages do they actually take here? Well, believe it or not, I do think Rayquaza is slightly stronger than Optimus here. Now, it is because he does perform against more physically dominant opponents when it comes to the Transformers characters. Again, I'm not saying Cybertronians are weak. Even the average Cybertronian actually scales pretty high. You can get the average Cybertronian to solar system level pretty easily. And then you also have the sheer fact that Rayquaza is definitely faster than Optimus. He casually navigates through space, actually travels through the universe pretty easily, and is also able to blitz through Hope of Rings, which actually connect to multiple realities. So, with that being said here, I definitely think Rayquaza is only slightly stronger and definitely faster. However, Optimus is more durable and has the more potent hexes. He's also a better fighter. He's also smarter in the IQ department. Battle IQ, they're both actually competent strategists here. But again, Optimus does take the edge here. So how do I actually see this going? Oh, Optimus also has more, weapons available for him in case things actually go on. Now, the way I kind of see this fight playing out or going here is I do think Rayquaza is going to be the aggressor. I do think he is going to be the first one to press Optimus. And I do think Optimus and him will get into something like a mild strength exchange. I do think they'll both trade physical blows with each other. And then Rayquaza is going to be the first one to actually utilize his hexes. However, I do think that Optimus is going to be the one who takes the edge in a close quarters fight because of, again, his weapons. He still possesses his Energon Axe. He has, his blasters and stuff there. And again, he is still a much more, skilled fighter and everything. So with that being said here, I don't really see any issue for Optimus Prime to actually, be able to handle Rayquaza in close quarters range here. However, where Optimus is actually going to get the win from is because of the Matrix of Leadership and his durability. See, the Matrix actually grants Optimus regeneration, meaning he can't really die. And if he does die, it has to be without the Matrix here. So, because of the regeneration plus the conceptual erasure the Matrix has, excuse me, because of the conceptual erasure that the Matrix has here, I do think that Optimus Prime should actually be able to take it. Now, Rayquaza is immune to erasure on a space-time and reality level scale here. However, even if he is here, the Matrix does give Optimus a substantial boost to the point where he should be able to use, even if it doesn't use the erasure part of it, like because let's just say Rayquaza is immune to that aspect, right? Well, we could actually just have Optimus power himself up with the Matrix because again, he is known to enhance himself with it. Plus, the Matrix does give his users enhanced capabilities and allows them to use energy blasts and stuff like that, even energy volleys. So, with that being said here, I do think it is going to come down to possibly a Bleen clash between the Matrix and Rayquaza's Hyper Beam. And I do think they are going to push each other very hard here. I do think it's going to be a back and forth. They're going to push each other. It's going to be basically like a whole Pokemon beam battle, right? But I do see Optimus Prime eventually overpowering it. You see, the Matrix by itself already has a lot of scaling. It has Outerversal to possibly even high Outerversal levels of scaling, depending if Optimus wants to unleash it or not. Do I think it could have erased Rayquaza from existence? Maybe. But again, Rayquaza is resistant to it, so it may not do as much damage on the erasing spectrum than it'll do on a power spectrum. And even then, that is enough to give Optimus the win here. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say for you. And I can't believe this video was actually shorter than what it was here. But normally, these guys would be like, what, 16 to 19 minutes long? But hey, that's going to be all for today. Please comment down below, like and subscribe, share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.